Hi, I'm Michael from Beamex. In this short video I'm going to show you how to calibrate the pressure measurement loop, documenting analog output from this transmitter and the control room digital display. I am going to use Beamex MC6 documenting calibrator. I am going to use the internal pressure modules which are just here on the top. You could also use the external pressure modules and connect it there if you wanted to. So you've got also the loop supply. We're going to use that as well to power up the transmitter. It's going to allow us to measure milliamps in the same time. So we're going to make the connections a bit later. Also, we've got a Beamex PGM pump, which is 0 to 20 bar or 0 to 300 psi. It has got a T house set attached to it, so one leg of that T house set is going to go to the transmitter and one's going to go to the MC6. Also, we have got here the pressure transmitter. It's the hard differential pressure transmitter. It's 0 to 2 bar or 0 to 30 psi. What we're going to do is connect right now the analog output to the MC6, and we're going to connect the pump to the pressure transmitter and the MC6 calibrator. Okay, let me show you how to connect things right now. We're going to start with the PGM pump. So what we're going to do, we've got a T-house set, so one leg of that T-house set is going to go to the transmitter. So we're going to connect that onto the high side of a transmitter. It's just a finger tight, we don't need to use any tools for that. So that's fine, we're going to keep it there. Also, we're going to use the test leads. The test leads are going to go there and going to be connected to our transmitter for milliamp output. So let's do that as well. So as soon as we do that, connecting line. So we are ready to go. All we need to do right now is start our calibrator and we're ready for calibration. In order to do a documenting calibration, all we need to do is go to a documenting calibrator. As you can see, I've got two pre-programmed instruments there. All I have to do right now is create a group, because as I said before, we're actually going to calibrate this milliamp analog output as well as the control room digital display. So what we're going to do is create a new group, and we're going to add those two instruments to the group. So let me just click on the first one, add it on the group, and the second one as well. You can see there are two highlighted that are part of that group. So as soon as I click the group, I can see I've got two instruments here on the side. We're going to switch on to the second one in a minute. But the first one, all we have to do is connect the pressure measurement to internal pressure module and also the milliamps there. So let's start with the milliamps. So we're just going to connect it as it's shown on the picture there. And also we're going to do is connect the pressure internal modules to here, finger tight. There's no need to use any tools. You can see it's 0 to 2 bar, so this is the range that we're going to calibrate this transmitter. And also you can see there's 3 points, 0, 50 and 100%. So this is what we're going to do with this transmitter. Also, the second instrument in this group is the DCS control room display. All we're going to do here is use the same pressure measurement and we've got this in setup right now. But instead of measuring anything, we're only going to key in the results on the output from the control room. Let's proceed with the calibration by clicking on this green box. Okay, let me explain quickly what you can see here on this screen. You can see the top left corner is the pressure between pump, pressure transmitter and the MC6. So that's going to change as we start pumping up the pump. You can also see on the right hand side, we see the current measurement. This is direct current output from this pressure transmitter. You can also see here at the bottom, you got the error limit and error graphics. You can see that they widening. It's because we've used the combination of percentage of span and percentage of reading. You can also see there that we are on the first instrument out of two in this group. So as soon as we hit start, we can see right now that the MC6 started the countdown. It's looking for 0 bar and 4 milliamps. And as soon as accepted, it goes to the second instrument in that group. You can see it there. And right now, we should ring our colleagues up in the control room and ask them what is the pressure, what pressure they can see on the display. So let's assume that they said to us that is this sort of pressure they can see. So let's accept the point. Right, what happens now, the MC6 moves back to the first point, or the first instrument, but goes to the second set point. So right now, we actually go into 1 bar and 12 milliamp. So all we have to do is close the vent on the pump and try to pump up the whole system to 1 bar. So let's do that now. Okay, we have arrived at 1 bar. The pressure is right now stable, so the MC6 again is going to accept it, and again is going to the second instrument in the group. So again, we will go and ring the control room guys, ask them what pressure they can see on the screen. So the pressure they can see on the screen could be that. So let's go and accept that point. We back to the first instrument in that group, so we back to the transmitter again. We can see that the set point right now is 2 bar and 20 milliamps. So let's do that right now. Let's go to that point. Okay, let's arrive at more or less 2 bar. As soon as the pressure is stable again, MC6 is going to accept it and move on to the second instrument in the group. So this is the control room again. We would do the same. We would go and call our guys in the control room. They will say to us that the pressure they can see on the screen is this. We're going to accept that point, and that's how we calibrated both pressure transmitter and the control room in the same time. As you can see on the screen right now, we've got the past results. This screen is actually for the first instrument in the group, so that's the pressure transmitter. Let's go through the 4 screens that we've got right now here. So this is the error, this is the user and the notes screen. You can see right now the graph, as we saw before, in the numbers behind the graph. So we can right now save this result, we can save it as found. Also right now you need to save the second result. This is the control room display results, as you can see there. Again, you can see the error. You can at this point go through the 4 screen. You've got the user, you've got the notes, you've got the graph, and also you've got the numbers behind the graph. So at this point we can also save it, so we can save it as found as well. We have right now saved the results into the memory of the MC6. We can leave them there, or we can transfer them to Beamex CMX calibration management software. In this video we showed you how to calibrate not only this pressure transmitter but also the control room digital display using the PGM pump and Beamex MC6 calibrator. Thank you so much for watching, and for more information please see our other videos.